When we fabricate a custom tray for a fixed restoration, whether it's a crown or bridge, the tray does not need to extend into the floor of the mouth or into the vestibule buccally or labially, because our focus is not the soft tissue to create a border of a denture, but instead we want to focus on an accurate replication of the hard tissue, the teeth, which means on an upper arch we do not need to have the palate covered. Instead, we want to have our extension 3 to 5 millimeters below the free gingival margin, and we do not want to go into any undercuts. This tray can easily be locked on, especially when teeth are slightly tilted. Naturally, we have to apply wax to create a liner between the tray and the teeth, and one layer of wax is usually adequate. Cut the wax right along the extension line for your tray, because again, this is not the same technique as for a complete denture, where we have to create a ledge for the PVS material. Avoiding undercuts is absolutely essential because we do not want to have this tray locked on intraorally. Optional, you can add tin foil to the surface of your wax so that it becomes easier to remove the wax liner from the tray once it's all done and cured. And as always, use a fingernail or an instrument to smooth out all these wrinkles so that the tin foil does not get trapped inside the tray material. It will also help you see the borders of your wax liner, so when you trim it with your scalpel, you don't have to guess as much. When we feel that everything is smooth and accurate, we apply our tray material, and I always recommend to cut the back half of your sheet so it's easy to spread the material and fit the arch. Adapt the material gently, don't squish too hard so that the material becomes too thin, and adapt the tray material in edentulous spaces so that when we take the impression, we have positive pressure in the edentulous spaces, giving us a good replication of that space intraorally. Cut excess material along your wax liner, and then you can use gentle pressure and smooth the edges with your finger so you have less work to do with your burr. Naturally, we have to add a tray handle, and I recommend that you don't make your tray handle material too thick, since some of the materials are quite opacious and light can't penetrate it all that well. A thinner handle will cure better. Split the base down the middle, place it on your arch, center over the teeth, or if there's an edentulous ridge, over the edentulous ridge, and then manipulate the material until you have the handle in the proper orientation, size, and width that you prefer. Place the tray into your curing unit and do not cure for more than 2 minutes or the wax will melt. If you need to cure the underside again, remove the wax first and then cure the underside. Then finally use your carbide burr to soften the edges, remove any sharp burrs, and when the tray is completed, your extensions should reach that pencil line you've drawn, and the tray should come off the model without any hesitation, without any resistance. Keeping these trays short and away from undercuts will make sure that the tray does not get locked on intraorally.